Last time on Football Manager 2016, I played a bunch of friendlies, lost a star player to a higher division club. No! And I started recruiting staff members. That is important because I'm building a club with a focus on growth and finances instead of just a playing team. In this episode, there will be one more friendly and our first league game. I hope to find some more staff members as soon as possible, especially some coaches. And I'm going to go through the playing team, one by one, seeing what every player's strengths and weaknesses are, which will be very important for the future if I want to get my tactics right and actually do well in this league. Hope you enjoy it. For this first match, I started with a 4-4-2. Nothing fancy, but I wanted a decent formation which will be good against the next opponent, and I know a 4-4-2 will be good. You'll see why when the next match comes up. This match was against AFC Dunsdale. They are in the 9th tier of the English League system, so there's 2 tiers splitting us up. This should be a win to get the confidence up of the Gracetown players before their first league match. It did not start well, with the marking from the last few friendlies continuing in this match. Oh my gosh! They all ran past him! It looked like we were going to have some luck on the wings by crossing it in, but the finishing from headers just wasn't good enough. Though Dunstable were ready, they were ready as they were clinical in front of the goal. They hit the target despite a few chances. They weren't having wild shots. Gracetown were being outclassed by a team 2 divisions lower than them. Just look at the possession. That should never happen. So I chose to change the strategy to more of a controlling style of play. That means we will try and retain possession instead of just having crazy shots from a distance. And that's how we got our first goal. It wasn't so exciting. It's not really one-touch football or anything, so it's not really exciting to watch, which is kind of a bad thing for this series. But it works out, so I guess I might have to use this style in future a bit more. Oh, here we go. Yes! Brown! Reliable Brown. This is good. I like this control football. They're doing it well. Brown! Yes! I tried to encourage the team from the sideline, but that didn't really work out. It seemed to encourage the wrong team. Dunsdale were attacking heaps for a team in the 9th division. We got a few good breaks, but the players just could not get a good touch on the ball. Oh! No! Terrible touch. Oh no. Still a terrible touch. We are daily the touch of a rapist. So that resulted in our first legit loss. A loss to a team who is in a lower division than Gracetown. Not good for the upcoming match. More people applied for the assistant manager position. Looking back, I probably should have picked someone then because it would have been a good time, but I chose to leave it for at least one more run because I hope to get a really great assistant manager. But what I did find was a good scout. This guy, Willie Wordsworth, 10 and H. Great for this club level. And what a name too, Willie. I love Willie, come join the club. Then I got a bit of bad news that Thompson, the right back, had just left us. He was the best right wing back in the team, backup right back, and also one of the best tacklers, so he will be missed, but this is just the thing with lower division clubs. Cheap players everywhere, and they can easily be bought out by other clubs. So the staff situation with Gracetown at the moment is we have one physio, one chief scout, myself as a coach. I need another coach to help out with the training. An assistant manager is of course very important, and a director of football who can also help with scouting. I think I also need a physio as well, so I put up another advert for that. But enough about the staff, let's talk about the actual people who they will be training, the players. So this is the main screen of the squad where you can see a lot of information. Right here is what the position the player is currently playing in. Information here, so this player is on an amateur contract. Some of them are out of contracts, which mean our team can quickly come in and snap them up. I hope that doesn't happen to any of these guys. Especially these out of contract. I really want to grab them, but I need the money for this club, damn it. The age, this team has quite some old players. See? Not many young players. I need to change that in future. The name, of course. Position. So some players are not just good in one position. Some players are pretty flexible. They can play in a ton of different positions like that. Ability and potential is unknown at the moment because I have no assistant manager to judge them on. Morale is average, I guess. I want it to head straight up. So that's a green arrow pointing directly up because that makes the player perform really well. They play better when they do have high morale. And you can tell this by the last 5 games. Height and weight is not really important. I'll probably get rid of that. Value is just the overall value of that one individual player, which the contract which they're on. Fitness is not showing for some reason. Work rate, I think that's very important, especially for young players. Work rate needs to be high if I want them to reach that full maximum potential, which they can be. Appearances, goals, assists, and average rating all is not there because we haven't even had a first league game. Wage, which the player is paid every week when the contract expires, wherever the player comes from, and additional focus in training. Now, this is broken down one by one based on what I have selected. I still have a few to do though, but I'll go into each player one at a time and show you their strengths and weaknesses. First up is Aaron Brown. As you can see, Aaron Brown is very flexible in the middle of the park. He is a natural centre back, midfielder, and striker. I love that flexibility. There was a player in India, in East Bengal, I used to do. His name was Syed Rahim Nabi. He was amazing. He was so flexible. I could just play him almost anywhere on the pitch. I think I even played him as a goalkeeper once. But that is really important for these lower division clubs when there aren't many players and I can just play them all over the field. They don't need to specialise that much. But this guy has some pretty good strength and jumping ability. He's not really a great centre-back. He's not the best centre-back in the team. Instead, he is a much better striker and midfielder. So I'll probably be playing him in those positions instead. The team has another Brown here just to make things confusing. This guy actually has some really good history. Look at this. He has played a lot of all the other clubs he has played in, except for these last two in the Mansfield. Doesn't really matter though. Anton Brown is comfortable in a few positions, but he's only natural in the midfield, I think. Yeah, he's confident in some, though it doesn't really feel natural to him. But he can still play them, which is important. Sadly, this guy has one of the best marking abilities in the team, which is a score of 10. That's pretty terrible, especially considering the last match. But he's one of the team's best midfielders, so he needs to be on the pitch as much as possible, especially when there is a central midfield position. Chris Caruthers is a natural in a few positions, left back, left wing back, and left midfield. He's a bit of a set piece specialist, a dead ball specialist, if you want to say it that way. He's good at corners, crossing, and even penalty taking, though he's not really great at those things, but for this level, he's good at those. He's one of the best in the team for those abilities, so I should have him on the pitch as much as possible. Next is Dwayne Courtney. Look at that flexibility. Look at this. He can play in so many different positions. He's a natural there, but he, in this team, will be either a centre-back or a right-back. He can also be a kind of backup defensive midfielder, but he's great at long throwing, and once again, he has that same marking score of 10. Not great, but with that long throw ability, I could probably set up a few set pieces with that. It's not really reliable trying to base a set piece off of a long throw, so it could be at this level. I don't know, I'll have to experiment with it in future. George Circa is one of our oldest and most experienced players. He is a goalkeeper from Romania. He's a key player to the team. He is the best goalkeeper by far. The second best is Paul Walker. I even set him to help train Paul Walker, so he will be a player. He'll be a bit of a tutor to him. Look at this, player status. Player is currently tutoring a younger player. So I hope Paul Walker, the substitute goalkeeper, can benefit off of that. George Circa is old, and I don't really expect him to hang around for much longer. This might be his last season. Curtis Hartley is an 18-year-old right back. He is one of the worst players in the team. What he does have going for him is, of course, his age. He's also fast with a pace score of 14. He is brave and he is good at tackling. So he's a right back, but I might even make him a bit of a right wing back so he does get into those positions a bit more. He does naturally push the ball forward more often. So I've decided to train him in that right back role just because I want my players to be flexible, and I keep saying that. I want them to be flexible so they can play in multiple roles when I need them to. Connor Kennedy is another right back, a better right back than Curtis Hartley, but he is definitely a substitute. Nothing really stands out for this guy except for maybe his bravery. He can also play on the left back, so he has that advantage with him. Paul Malone, the centre back, this guy is actually pretty interesting because he has actually really good score for his balance, his heading ability and tackling, and also really good finishing. One of the best finishing scores for the team, but he's a centre-back, so that really doesn't make much sense. And he's kind of tall, he's just over 6 foot, so his jumping ability doesn't need to be that good. But I have decided to train him as a target man, as in the striker position. So this guy might be able to play as the defender and a striker in the position. Once again, I like that flexibility. But if this guy can nail down that target man role, then we'll have a great target man in the future in the striking position. And like I said, he has natural finishing abilities, so that's kind of special for him. I'm excited with that. Harry May, he was the one which had that stunning pass from midfield, which I would think that went to Ball in one of the first few friendlies. He is an 18-year-old backup left winger. He's not really a great midfielder or something, though he does have age on his side. So it might be a while before he does become a stronger player in those positions. He has really good agility and natural fitness, so I really appreciate that natural fitness. His work rate isn't the best of 11, though he does play in those other positions, so he's pretty good. Maybe one of the best players in the club for the future, just not at the moment, though. Greg Mills is one of the best left wingers on the team. He is also a backup striker. He has good off-the-ball movement and dribbling ability, so that should be pretty important. Not good flair, though. Flair is pretty important to get past a lot of players, and it can really change his game. So this guy seems suited to the left wing position. Might make him a better left midfielder. Yeah, I might as well train him in that position. He doesn't really have a good work rate, though, so I don't really think he has a good future at this club. Ben Mills is out at the moment. He currently has a thigh strain. He is the best defensive midfielder in the team. He has good work rate, good long passing and passing ability. He is one of the best passers in the team. He can play in the defensive midfield position and the midfield position, so he definitely deserves to be in that middle of the park. He's a bit of a playmaker. Good age too, 23 years old. Next is the Frenchman, our centre-back, Hervé Pepe Ngoma. I don't know what to call him. I think I'll just call him Pepe. He's also the backup right back. This guy is good at a lot of things. He has great natural fitness, balance, agility, bravery, and his marking is at 10. 19 years old too, so that's definitely someone I got to develop for the future. Curtis Reeven, the 19-year-old right midfielder, has not played a single senior league game in his life. Look at his history. He has played for a few different clubs, but not one single appearance. That makes me nervous, but he is young. I guess he just hasn't had that chance yet, which I'll be giving him probably. He's going to be a good substitute for the team. I think he can be on that right midfield spot where players are usually exhausted because they just run around so much. So he might be able to get that first match here. Cleveland Taylor was the old captain of Corby. I won't have him as a captain at the moment. Instead, I'll have that as the goalkeeper, George Circa, because he does have a better leadership ability. But look at his photo. I find that pretty funny. Photographers, I know it's important to have the light behind you, but don't have the players staring directly into the sun. This guy is one of the best players on the team with good stamina, composure, concentration. He has good off the ball and pretty good vision as well, despite what this photo might say. He's one of the best players on the team, though. He can even play in the midfield as well, so that's great. And he has a pretty big history. Look at all these clubs he's played for. Jeez. I nearly forgot Ashley Simmons. He is the team's best attacking midfielder. So a bit of that Team Cahill role, which attacks the ball heaps. Maybe scores some goal, even though he is a midfielder. He's great when he doesn't have the ball. His off-the-ball rating is 9. He's good at one-touch football, and he's a pretty technical player as well. So a good position for that attacking midfield role. He doesn't really have good flair though, so he can't really surprise many people, and flair is not really something which can be trained. Paul Walker is the backup goalkeeper and backup in every sense of the word. He has terrible stats. He is young. He has a good rating for his decisions, so he's pretty smart, but apart from that, nothing really stands out. So hopefully he does learn something from our main goalkeeper, George Circa. And since Ball left, our best striker is Spencer Weir-Daly. Definitely a downgrade from Callum Ball, but it's something. He is pretty fast. Good acceleration, good pace, good finishing and one touch as well. So maybe Spencer Weir-Daly and Ashley Simmons can just do a lot of 1-2s to each other. And finally, last but not least, is Eric Yeboah, a backup centre-back who is aggressive and pretty good marking for his age. So that's the general team. You can see there's a lot of good points and bad points with most of the players. Look at this. There's some young players coming through with some potential and some old players which may disappear after this season. Ahead of our first league match, there is a decent turnout which is expected. 320 tickets, so 320 people are expected to show. Only 320 people, whatever, it's something I guess. This league game will be against Curzon Ashton. Curzon Ashton are one of the worst teams in the division. They are predicted to be finishing last of the division. So that's important for me because that means that we need to win this game. We need to win this game if we want to finish in the top half of the league or something. This is going to be considered an easy win for most teams of the division. And if I want to compete with most teams, then I have to agree with that. The problem I will have is that I have no other coaching staff. I have no scouts. I don't know the full potential of any players. I have no assistant manager, no director of football. There is just a lot I have to do without all these staff members. For this match, I'll be sticking with the 4-4-2 because I know the other team does like using the 4-1-2-3 formation. That means they have 3 strikers, so I want at least a decent amount of defenders back there at the time, and that's going to be Pepe, Ngoma, and Yeboah, while Corny and Caruthers will be on the flanks. This is my strongest team I could have possibly picked. Mills is injured, so I can't have him in the center of the park, but he's not really that strong of a player anyway. A big weakness I do see with this 4-4-2 is Yeboah. He's not really a great player. He's a backup center back. He is a backup center back, but I do want to train him so he does get that experience and become a better player in the future. So I'm going to keep him in the team for now. Actually, no. I'll change that. Because Paul Malone is a better centre-back and this is a must-win game. They like playing on the flank, so I'm going to be exploiting the middle. I'll keep it at normal tempo and we can be flexible for a while. I know the other team is not great at defense, and though we aren't great at dribbling, I'm going to have the team run at defense just because I want the team to gain a bit of confidence by dribbling past players. I don't know if that really matters if confidence is calculated like that during a match, but if there's one team to try dribbling against, it'll be this team. And I'm not really sure about attack. What exactly is this team's weakness? Is it the early crosses, look for overlap, work ball into the box? I know my team isn't that great at passing, so I think we'll just look for the overlap. So for the league matches of the season, I'm going to be switching it to live commentary because live commentary, it just shows a lot more of the match rather than post commentary, which is what it's like at the moment. I would like to know what you guys think about each version. Would you rather more post commentary or more live commentary at least during these matches? I could just do live commentary during all these league matches and then post commentary at every other point. Let me know. I'm really interested. But it's time for the first match. The analysts think that Curzon, Ashton and Gracetown are very evenly matched and they predict a draw. I don't want to draw, I want to win this match. This is a must-win match for me. Here's the formations. He is going to be sticking to that 4-2-1-3 formation. I'm going to be sticking to the 4-4-2. I don't think it's really wise to focus on the other team's overall instructions yet. Maybe with an assistant manager they will help me with this in future. I'm going to keep it I'll keep it normal for now. Now for Gracetown, I really need a big confidence boost before the first league match. So I'll be calm. I'll ask them to show me what they can do. Damn it, none of them really reacted well. Look at all the fans, there's not many. It's raining too, typical England. 8 minutes in, nothing special has happened. There's not a lot of possession which has been taken place. Except for maybe their team. It's been pretty even mostly. Payne is their target man, which is going to be flicking it to the wings. Oh no! There we go. He's not just a target man, he can hit those. That was just outside the box. Well, that's not good. Not even 10 minutes in and we've already conceded. Taylor, what was that? Oh. Oh, here we go! Perfect, Brown! Nice setup. That is what I wanted with my two strikers. Brown is the old big guy who can just head the ball down, and Weirdelli as a typical shorter, fast guy. Perfect. Look at this. Brown got up high. Weirdelli centers the ball into the corner. Beautiful. 1-1 at 12 minutes. Payne, get him, guys. Watch the wings. Oh, we screwed that up. That was a good cross though, but good defending too. Good defending from us. At least into the box. Should have stopped that cross though. What happened left back? What happened? Where were you? Oh, nice ball by him. What? Oh, stop it! Gosh. My players are pretty muddy. They've been sliding around all over the place, but so has the other team. That was a top corner. That could have gone in. That would have been a hell of a strike. Alright, good. I want them to play more... Oh, they're playing to the wings. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Don't play to the wings. Maybe I can change that right now. Oh, no. Payne, piss off. No, what was that? You serious, Malone? There was no need. That's a penalty. Please miss. Damn. I'm going to have the team play a bit more narrow, so not so wide. Not good. We've had the possession for most of the match, but we're down by 1 goal. Now, I really need to give the team a confidence boost. Look right here. There's no backroom staff available to offer advice, so I don't really know. I'm always being terrible at this motivation to the team. We can still come out of this match with a win today. Let's be calm and say that. Ah, damn it. Only May has gained confidence from that. But he was already looking motivated. So, I think we just have to go with this. Could bring on some fresh legs. I might have to do that so Paul Malone doesn't get another yellow card. I'll do that a little bit later. I'll wait like 10 minutes. Maybe at 60 minutes, I'll bring on Yeboah. Here we go. Oh, Daly! No, terrible shot. Brown, the striker's just got a card. So that's 2 yellow cards for Gracetown. We got the ball though. We seem to be having possession. Here we go. Oh, no! That was a great set piece from the throw-in though. What the hell? Okay, fine. I'm just thinking we might need to play a bit of control football now. It worked in the last match, or that was a friendly match which we lost, but it worked for a while. Oh, no. Who was that to? Come on, where's the marking? Oh, how did he catch that? That's the second time it's hit the post. Oh, we're not doing well. They have all the possessions. Might be time I'd make a sub. What was that? That's not a penalty, surely. That's a penalty? Was that inside the box? I don't know if that was inside the box. That was right on the edge. It might have been on the line. Damn it. We're going to have to attack if this goes in. Oh! Did it go? It hit the post! They're not controlling it very well. Don't foul him! Alright, maybe I just... yeah. Good. Maybe it's time I make a sub. No, I'll wait till it's out of play. May, don't touch like that! Terrible dribbling. Don't run at defense. There, that should be a big change. Fairly narrow. I think everything is good, but let's not run at defense anymore. What's he doing? The strike? No one's in there. Damn. If we had some more aggressive players on the left wing or even in the other striking position, we would be there. That would be a goal. Weird Daly's getting the ball a lot. Like, what's he doing getting the ball there? Oh, I need to make a sub. Damn, now I've got 3 players with a card. Paul Malone. I don't want a defender to go off. Yeboah, come on in. Let's try work the ball into the box. Oh, I can do that as well as look for overlap, of course. I can make 1 sub, which makes sense. And this is to replace the right midfielder. So this is going to be Curtis Rubin's first time in a senior squad. Awesome. Good for him. Now it's injury time. What was that? Who was that to? It's to the old guy, the old 34-year-old. Don't make him run. Can he even cross it? Nope. Guys, get in the box. Oh my god, what are you doing? Look at all those... Look at these players clumped up. What is that striker out there on the wing for? Look at him, he's massive. He's so much bigger. May. Reven. Daly. I like that though. That was working the ball into the box which I just assigned to the team. That was better. Oh, nice Simmons. That was a safe tackle from behind. Who's that to? Daly, does he have the legs? It's in the 89th minute. If he scores, there'll be a draw. He doesn't have a shot. Oh, damn it. My players are tired. There's not really much I can do, really. Overload. Oh. That was bad. We fought well, but it's still a loss. It's still a loss against the worst team in the division. Like, that should have been at least a draw. The striker, Weird Daly, was the best man on the pitch, well, at least on my team. So now after our first match of the league, we are now 15th. We're not in demotion range or in promotion range. We are just under mid-table, but we're still lower than Curzon Ashton, and that should never happen. Curzon Ashton are predicted to be 22nd, and we lost to them away still, but that should have been a draw. And yeah, I like this. I think the referee was biased to the host. Fuck that ref. So not a good result. We just lost against a team who was predicted to finish last. We don't have a star striker anymore. Marking is terrible all over the field, but I guess there is a good side to look at it because that was an away match and usually home matches are a lot more easier. But we have sold 180 season tickets. That's 180 members. That's good to see. As the overall balance rises, the loss decreases, but so does the income. Just part of the struggle of building a club from the bottom to the top. But the thing with this series is that I'm not looking up guides or anything like that because I think I've found enough guides, okay? I've looked at enough guides over all the other Football Manager games. I'm not saying I know it all, I'm just saying I want to keep this within the club. As in, I don't mind if people comment with tips Because I've seen other channels who just put strategies in place, like they buy amazing Wonder Kids and things. Who found those Wonder Kids? Not that person, not that person. No, other people found them and they're just following a guide. So I want to keep this all within the channel. If you want to comment and suggest someone, I'll look him up. If you want to suggest a tactic, I can try it. But I'm not going to go looking for Football Manager 2016 tactics, download them and try them out just because I know that it works for someone else. I'd rather try and tune things for this club and build the club based off of comments, feedback and opinions from you guys. So I hope you can stick around and hang out a bit, because I really enjoyed talking to you and this series seems to be going okay so far. Would like your opinion on it so far. This video may seem a bit long because I had to go through a lot of things, such as the first match I had to finish off that friendly and all the players. Next video will be shorter, so thanks for watching.